Not every sentiment, not every thought warrants expression. In a world where every sentiment clamors for expression, the Stoics beckon us to master the eloquence of selective silence. Picture it as a silent rebellion against the relentless urge to externalize every thought and emotion, a skill that can reshape the very fabric of our reality. Embark with me on this captivating journey of self-discovery, drawing inspiration from the wise sages of ancient philosophy. Together, let's unravel the profound wisdom encapsulated in the 6 sacred subjects that demand the sanctuary of our private thoughts. Number 1, don't talk about your regrets and guilts. Keeping regrets private is not a call to deny or suppress these sentiments. Rather, it is an invitation to navigate them with a sense of introspection and restraint. Broadcasting regrets, according to Stoicism, risks transforming personal reflections into a performative exercise, potentially diluting the sincerity of the process. Stoicism advises against the vocalization of regrets, understanding that incessant dwelling on past mistakes may impede personal growth. Regrets are intrinsic to the human experience. Whatever we decide to do, even if it was the right call, we will always have the thought of what would happen if we choose the other thing. And by keep talking about it, we will give more value to something that we cannot change. Stoicism teaches that true resilience is forged, not in the proclamation of regrets, but in the deliberate internal dialogue that follows acknowledgement. It is in this private contemplation that one finds the seeds of personal growth. Instead of vocalizing guilt, the Stoic path advocates for the art of redemption, a private, transformative process where one learns from mistakes, seeks atonement within oneself, and endeavors to embody virtue moving forward. By turning inward, acknowledging missteps, and actively working towards improvement, one adheres to the Stoic principles of resilience, humility, and the pursuit of a virtuous life. Number 2, don't talk too much. Listen more than you talk. Epictetus said, "You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more than you talk." In these words, the ancient philosopher beckons us to embark on a contemplative journey, exploring the profound wisdom that lies in the art of listening, a skill so often overshadowed in our modern cacophony. In a world awash with the tumult of voices clamoring for attention, the Stoic directive to listen becomes an act of mindfulness. It transcends the mere reception of sound. It entails a conscious, deliberate effort to attune oneself to the nuances of spoken words, the cadence of emotions, and the unspoken sentiments that linger in the spaces between syllables. Stoic philosophers, in their formal and articulate language, guide us to appreciate the power of silence within the act of listening. It is not merely the absence of words, but a fertile ground for understanding. In the pregnant pauses, profound insights are born, and the wisdom of restraint allows the speaker's thoughts and emotions to unfold authentically. Here is a small challenge for you. Resist the urge to dominate the conversation, and instead, invite the wisdom of restraint. Let the tapestry of dialogue unfold organically, allowing the contributions of others to weave seamlessly into the narrative. Number 3, don't talk about your personal fears and anxieties. While Stoics acknowledged and confronted their fears head-on, they typically chose to keep the intricate details of their anxieties private for several compelling reasons. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on cultivating inner strength and mastery. Acknowledging our fears is seen as a crucial step in this process, but the Stoics believed that the journey to conquer those fears should primarily be an internal endeavor. By keeping the details private, Stoics could direct their energy toward developing resilience and courage without external distractions. They also valued the well-being of their community and relationships. They recognized that burdening others with the weight of their internal struggles could be counterproductive. Continuously discussing our fears gives them added significance and influence in our lives. This is akin to giving more weight to our worries, making them more challenging to navigate. "I may be repetitive, but words hold tremendous power," Seneca said. "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive." In essence, as Seneca suggests, incessantly fearing something such as death, can cripple our ability to live fully and achieve meaningful accomplishments. It serves as a reminder that our conversations with ourselves and others can shape our reality, and focusing on our fears can hinder our potential for a rich and purposeful existence. Number 4, don't broadcasting your achievements. In a world where the airwaves are saturated with self-aggrandizement and the need for external validation, the Stoic whispers a different truth. They urge us to let our actions speak louder than our words, to embody the virtues we seek to cultivate, without turning our growth into a spectacle. Consider the nature of true progress. It is not a fleeting spectacle, but a continuous, often arduous process of refinement. Broadcasting our every stride on the path of self-improvement risks diluting the authenticity of our efforts. The Stoics understood that the sacredness of growth lies in the sincerity of the endeavor, not in the applause it garners. In a world fueled by instant gratification and external validation, the Stoic principle of keeping personal development private serves as a shield against the pitfalls of ego. The ego, like a voracious beast, thrives on praise and recognition. When we boast of our achievements, even those of the inner realm, we unwittingly feed this insatiable creature, jeopardizing the purity of our intentions. Moreover, the Stoics recognized the fickleness of public opinion. The same crowd that applauds today might criticize tomorrow. By keeping our self-improvement journey private, we insulate ourselves from the unpredictable tides of external judgment. In the sanctum of solitude, where authenticity reigns supreme, the Stoic reminds us that the most meaningful transformations occur beyond the spotlight. Number 5, don't speak ill on yourself. The Stoics, ever the architects of resilience, recognize the profound impact of our words on the tapestry of our well-being. When we speak ill of ourselves, we sow seeds of doubt that can take root and flourish into a garden of self-limiting beliefs. The Stoics understood that the mind is a fertile ground, and the thoughts we plant within it have the potential to blossom into either flowers of empowerment or weeds of self-doubt. To speak kindly to oneself is to tend to the garden of the mind, with the nurturing words that foster growth, resilience, and self-empowerment. Elevate yourself so you can elevate your life. To speak ill of oneself is to betray the trust we should have in our own capabilities, to dim the light of our potential. Instead, the Stoics encourage us to adopt the language of self-affirmation, recognizing the inherent worthiness within and nurturing it with words that uplift rather than undermine. Consider the mirror as a metaphor for self-reflection. When we gaze into it, the Stoics prompt us to see beyond the surface, beyond perceived flaws, and to witness the essence of our humanity. To speak ill of oneself is to distort this reflection, introducing a dissonance between perception and reality. In contrast, the Stoic philosophy encourages us to polish the mirror with words of self-love, revealing the true reflection of our intrinsic value. Number 6, avoid complaining. Consider complaining as a leak in the vessel of your inner tranquility. Each complaint, like a drop of water, may seem inconsequential, but over time, they accumulate and threaten to capsize the ship. The Stoics, in their wisdom, implore us to be vigilant sailors, patching the leaks with the sails of acceptance and the caulking of perspective. Complaining, in the Stoic view, is not just an externalization of discomfort, but a self-inflicted wound. It is a declaration that our present circumstances are unacceptable, thereby amplifying our suffering. The Stoics invite us to rethink this narrative, urging us to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Moreover, complaining in the Stoic lens is often seen as a relinquishment of control. The Stoics emphasize focusing on what is within our sphere of influence, and complaining about things beyond our control is a futile exercise. Instead of lamenting the rain, the Stoic suggests embracing the opportunity to dance in it. Seneca said, "He suffers more than necessary." who suffers before it is necessary. This quote by Seneca underscores the Stoic emphasis on cultivating resilience and maintaining equanimity in the face of adversity. It encourages individuals to avoid unnecessary anticipatory suffering and to confront challenges with a calm and rational mind when they arise, rather than allowing anxiety and distress to take hold prematurely. So let us heed the Stoic call to silence the thunder of complaints and weather the storms of life with grace. In the eloquence of acceptance and the resilience of gratitude, we discover the Stoic's antidote to the corrosive effects of constant complaining. Thank you for watching, and keep in mind, not every sentiment, not every thought warrants expression.